It's Danny and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special occasion. So this is my first book review and y'all are in for a treat because it is on what is one of my favorite reads of 2020. What has probably changed one of my most unpopular bookish opinions forever. It has changed my life. It has taken over my brain, and it is Crave by Tracy Wolff. This book was astounding. It was heart-wrenching. It was so wound-worthy. It was just amazing, and I'm going to get into all of that. So basically how I'm going to do this review is the first review, I'm going to basically do two separate reviews. So the first review I'm going to do is a non-spoiler review. This is going to be a shorter review. It's just going to be like thoughts, who I recommend it to, and my overall a non-spoiler review. And then the second part of the video is going to be hashing out all the feelings, all the thoughts, just everything about it. That will have tons of spoilers, so don't watch that if you haven't watched it. I will tell you when the spoiler part is coming on so you know to stop watching the video, and let's just get into it. Crave by Tracy Wolff. So the non-spoiler review. This book, let me start with the writing style. The writing style was very easy to read. It was quite enjoyable. It was humorous. It's in the first person of Grace, who, let me explain it. So this book is about Grace, who after her parents' death goes to live with her uncle and the school he runs, which is called Katmere Academy, and it's not a normal school, and it's a lot about Grace dealing with the grief from her parents' death and assimilating to a new school, a new state, because it's in Alaska and she was from San Diego, so that's a big change. And it's just her kind of fitting into that with all the challenges that Katmere Academy brings. So writing style was first person Grace, very easy to follow, easy to read, fun to read, had a lot of jokes. Can we talk about the chapter titles? The chapter titles were hilarious, and they were some of the funniest things, so every time I had a new chapter I looked forward to how she was going to title it. Let me go through the characters. Non-spoiler, I liked Grace. I'm just going to do the main character. I liked Grace. Grace was a good heroine. She was a heroine who did not need a man. She could do things on her own. She was literally a queen. She had a lot of troubles and a lot of issues with coming to this new school, and then all the crap that gets thrown her way, and she was strong through it all, and I quite liked her as a heroine. And then we have, I'm gonna do one other character, Jackson. So Jackson is our male main character in this book, and Jackson goes to Katmere Academy. I'm literally dying at this point. Jackson is my favorite character in this novel, and he is just, if you want a mental picture, go to Lewis Partridge, who was in Enola Holmes recently. That is Jackson, with just add some shoulder length hair and it's Jackson. And Jackson over here has probably changed my life because, oh my god, I'm gonna get so much hate, but because I do not, and I repeat, do not enjoy the bad boy, tortured hero, carries the world's weight on his shoulders archetype. I absolutely detest it. Let me give you a few examples. I hate Matthew Fairchild as a character. Oh my god, the comment section just blowing up. I do not like Will Herondale as a character either. I find especially those two, Matthew and Will, and then the bad boy archetype overall, to be toxic, to be stupid, to be kind of like, okay, stop being a martyr and get on with your life. It's just, I hated it. Please don't hate on me. I just don't like Will. Jessa all the way. I don't even like Will Herondale. But if you don't know what series that's from, good. Don't hate on me. But something about Jackson Vega, something about him, I think it was done very well. It was done, there was a reason for the way he was, and there were so many good reasons for the way he was. And the way his exchanges with Grace are written, just the way his whole demeanor is written, is so alluring and enticing, and just, you like, Jackson Vega is my son. Jackson Vega needs to be protected at all costs, and he deserves happiness, and yeah, and that's the tea. So, thank you, Crave, for changing my thing on that. Changing my opinion on the bad boy ideas. So, just, Jackson Vega. Like, every time I say that, like, I'm just like, I'm way too emotionally invested. The plot was quite good. The character development, exquisite, as I just said, with the writing of Jackson Vega himself. And the ending is on a cliffhanger, obviously, and I have the second book. I'm looking at it on my desk right now. I'm currently reading Jane Eyre, rereading Jane Eyre, and I don't want to start Crush because I'm scared. I literally opened it and I closed it. I'm like, I need at least 2 more weeks to fully prepare myself to read that book. It is like, this is 500 pages. It's a pretty big one. The other one is thicker than this. This is thick. The other one is thicker. The second one. And this is 4 books, and there's 4 books, and oh my god. I'm just like, I have so much anxiety over the second book, and I don't want to read it yet. So I'll finish Jane Eyre, and then I'll read that. So this was the end of our non-spoiler review of Crave by Tracy Wolff. 5 out of 5 stars, one of my favorite reads of 2020. So if you have not read Crave yet, go read it, and then you can come back in a few days and watch the second part of this video. Bye everyone who hasn't read Crave. Everyone who has read Crave, you're in for a treat. Let's get on to the spoiler portion of this video. Hi my friends who were smart enough to read Crave. So, can we talk about the way when Jackson met Grace? Like, I was swooning. I was literally like, oh my god. Like, they're literally just in public, and literally the electricity, the connection, the overwhelming, just, can we talk about how hot Jackson is? Can we just say how hot this man is? Can we, for a 17-year-old boy, well, that's a debatable, well, he's actually 100 years old because he's a vampire, but for a 17-year-old boy looking like, you know, person, this man is hot. Like, can we talk about this? And as I said, I don't like the bad boy type, but Jackson Vega deserves to be protected. Jackson Vega deserves the world. Jackson Vega deserves every happiness in this world. He deserves to live with Grace. He deserves to have a house. He deserves to live in peace. He deserves peace. Like, this man deserves peace. This man just deserves peace. Anyway, that was my little rant. And can we just say, Jackson, wouldn't it have been nice if you had just told Grace, hey, by the way, we're mates? Would have made everything, it just would have been nice to know. Would have been nice to know. And can we also talk about the fact that obviously this book is going to be compared to Twilight, since it does have a lot of similarities, but yet so many differences. They actually mention the book Twilight within this book. Like, Jackson sends Grace a copy of Twilight. And the book takes place in Denali, which is where Tanya and all the other vampires lived. And, like, where Edward escapes to when he's trying to, like, fight off his feelings for Bella. Can we just say how this book took its #1 competitor, what it's going to be the #1 most competitive, and put it in the book? I think Tracy Wolff, you're amazing, and she's a fellow Texan. Like, can we just, overwhelming amounts of love for Tracy Wolff right there, for making a satire out of the #1 competitor of her book. Can I just say, thank you so much for that. I just thought that was a very interesting detail to include. And that was about Twilight. Now let's discuss the ending. Okay, so I did not see the Leah trying to resurrect Hudson thing coming. I thought Leah was cool. I'm like, damn, Leah, I was just starting to like you, and then you have to go and kill, and like, you know, try and kill Grace and Jackson and Flint and everybody just so you can get your boyfriend back. Like, come on, man. Really, Leah? I thought you were cool. And then Flint? Like, why is anyone who they say they are? I don't even think Jackson is who he says he is. Or Grace. Grace might be like a witch or something. Is anyone who they say they are? Anybody? Like, come on, man. Flint, bad. Leah, bad. Jackson, hiding things. Definitely hiding family issues. Definitely a lot of problems within that whole thing. He hasn't told Grace. Hasn't even said that they're mates. Hasn't even said that they're mates. Like, Jackson Vega, get your act together. Grace might be a witch or something, or like, she might be a witch. There's no way she's just a human. There's no way that Tracy Wolff is gonna leave her human. She might turn into a vampire. That's just my speculation. She might turn into a vampire. She might be a witch. She might even be a dragon, for crying out loud. No one is who they say they are. Absolutely no one is who they say they are. Come on, Macy. Like, Macy even lied. She's a witch too. Ugh. No one is who they say they are. Like, come on. And there were multiple times when I had to put this book down and like screech because Jackson Vega is just so unbelievably hot and attractive and swoon-worthy. Like, when he came in to the cafeteria and then got the strawberry. Oh my god. Like, I was literally like, what? I was shaking. I was like, oh my god, Jackson. What? Why you gotta do this to me? And then, can I just say, I want Jackson's reaction if Grace had worn the red dress that Macy wanted her to wear and not the yellow one. I just want to say, I want his reaction. And I was also thinking, oh my god, why do I want a scene many years in the future, probably in the last book, of Jackson calling Grace Mrs. Vega? Why do I want a scene like that? Why do I want a Mrs. Darcy scene with Grace and Jackson? Mrs. Vega! Why do I literally want to do that? I would go to pieces. Tracy, take notes. Tracy, please take some notes. Like, I would literally go to absolute pieces. I'm already going to pieces and I'm just thinking about it. Now I want to write it and post it. I might. Leave a like if you want me to write that fanfiction. So I want him to do that. And the minute that Grace mentioned the Aurora Borealis and that she wanted to see it, I'm like, Jackson's gonna show her. I'm like, there's no way she's not gonna pick up on that amazing scene content. Like, thank you, Tracy Wolff, for giving us the swoon-worthy fluff that is Grace and Jackson. But another problem, not that I had the book, but like the problems of Jackson is that every time something good happens, something bad has to happen. Especially with his whole earthquake power thingy. Like, and then she got her carotid artery got nicked, so he had to like bite her to save her, and then the Leah like drugged both of them. And can I just say, the mini heart attack I had when freaking Leah shot Jackson, I was like, no. I literally had to put the book down. I threw it literally on the counter, and I was like, no. You cannot. I was like, no. If you kill Jackson, I'm literally suing. Me and my friend Katie, go follow her. Her thing is Coveted Stories on Instagram. Go follow me too, Danny B. Writing. Both in the description box. If Jackson Vega dies, me and Katie are rioting at dawn. Me and Katie are rioting. We are gonna take down freaking Tracy Wolff if she kills Jackson Vega. I just want to say. For legal reasons, that is a joke. That is a complete joke. For legal reasons. And my hairdo, and probably my makeup, and this dust jacket have damage from all the freaking reactions I have with this book. So, anything else I want to talk about? Maybe. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Never bring an ice cream scoop to a gunfight. I love that chapter title. And can I just say, the absolute electricity when Jackson first meets Grace, the sexual tension in this is astronomical. The tension overall, just every type of tension is in this book. Every single type of tension is overwhelming, overwhelmed. It's astronomical. It is way too much. Not way too much. I love all of it. Give me all the tension. Give me all the heartbreak. Give me all the angst. And can we talk about Jackson's POV chapters at the end? Those chapters broke me. Those chapters literally, Grace broke my ass. I literally was in pain. I'm like, Jackson, you deserve every happiness ever. You deserve it. You deserve it, Jackson. You deserve it. You deserve all the happiness. But even though it cost Jackson a lot of pain, and probably Grace, I think it was such a queen moment that she took Hudson's blow for Jackson. I think the quote where it's like, Jackson was never meant to be the hero of my story. I was meant to be the hero of his. And she freaking snapped, took the blow for Jackson, and turned into stone, and just, queen. That was such a queen moment. She is such a strong woman, didn't need a man. She didn't want to be with Jackson. It just happened because they're mates, which Jackson should have mentioned. But I'm looking forward to that upcoming scene, hopefully in this book, the next book. Literally tired from all this ranting. But I'm going to end this part of the video here. Thank you so much for coming to my rant about how much I adore Jackson Vega and how much this book totally destroyed me. But thank you so much for coming. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And follow my Instagram, follow my TikTok, follow my this YouTube channel right here. Share if we can get this video to 25 likes, because that's the bar I'm setting for myself. I will write that fan fiction about Jackson and Grace. Thank you so much for watching. If you've read Crave, if you've read Crush, please comment if you liked it. No spoilers. No spoilers. Bye.